right here at another news stand. Of course, it's a new location. I know so many viewers are wondering why we are here, but don't worry. Monday is another day, and you will see us back at the Ogba news stand. All right, thank you so much. Really appreciate you for joining us. Really appreciate the CEO of Flip TV for giving the people, the audience, the platform, sorry, to express their views. The Nation, that's the Saturday Nation, and the Saturday Vanguard newspaper on vital stories. What are these vital stories? Restructuring and what Erufai has said. What is that statement that was made by Erufai? It's on the front page on the Nation newspaper. Okay, the Nation. Erufai, I won't pay ransom if my son is kidnapped. The governor of Kaduna State, I won't pay ransom even if my son is kidnapped. The major headline on the front page of this journal, written boldly here, outrage over Zamfara governor's threat against Southerners. And to the next one, which is a picture on the front page of this journal, talking about the wife of the president, Aisha Buhari. Aisha Buhari, why I criticize my husband's government. Why I criticize my husband's government. Tension in Benue as military owns killers of 11 soldiers. That's a tragic one. Tension in Benue as military owns killers of 11 soldiers. That's a big trouble for them in that region. Nigeria fast drifting into failed states, say PDP governors. Nigeria fast drifting into failed states, say PDP governors on 2023. ACF, that's the Area Consultative Forum. NEF orders reject zoning back restructuring. Medical trip, Buhari only went for second opinion. That's what Ngige has said here. Buhari only went for second opinion. Of course, there have been diverse reactions to the president's trip to the United Kingdom. And we have the Saturday Vanguard here. Arms flooding into Nigeria as if war is on. Arms flooding into Nigeria as if war is on, says Professor Bolaji Akindemi. Says Oweri, attacks smell of sabotage. Says Oweri, attacks smell of sabotage. Buhari's lack of capacity to govern fueling ethnic religious tensions. Buhari's lack of capacity to govern fueling ethnic religious tensions, say PDP governors, reiterate commitment to restructuring, power devolution. And the down part of the paper, which is the last story we'll be reading to you viewers, 2023. North rejects zoning, backs restructuring. North rejects zoning, backs restructuring. Sunday, quickly to you. Of course, you know, we are ready to dig it out again. Good morning, Sunday. You're welcome once more. Still by standards of instance. Many people are now talking about restructuring the North
so that they can feature their
liberation of the presidency. How do you feel about it? Restructuring you all
If what we need in Nigeria now is just to divide the country, because the structure, the power will still go back to North. They will still have, because look at what they say, they can accept restructure, but they will not accept zoning. That North will be the one to still continue ruling Nigeria. You understand? So it's not something that we'll be looking for somebody to come and tell us they will agree before they restructure Nigeria. Or you know that maybe we don't have a president. That is why the thing is going like that. If you have a president, that's why for how many weeks now the president is not in Nigeria. All the problem going on in Nigeria, the president have not said anything because his plan work. That is why even though army are denying for killing Benue State, they do it in Anambra, they do it in Enugu, they do it in Abia State. So it's not new. We in Nigeria will know that army have become the people that are supposed to protect people, because I know that if me I see the time I was in Kaduna, if you see army during Boko Haram time, we run away because we don't know who are the Boko Haram. Instead of that to protect the people, they are now went there to kill the same people that are supposed to protect. Look at what happened in Benue State, about the army is saying that they should go and bring evidence. You understand? Is this not here in Olu where they went with the air fighter jet to go and kill people, to scatter the place? They deny it. The same people that have Boko Haram for how many years now, they cannot tackle Boko Haram, but when it comes to innocent civilians, the people that they're supposed to protect, they are killing them. And you tell me that people will not raise up with arms. Even though the whole army barrel police, they can break it, they put it down. Because they are not protecting us, they are protecting the government. Because when you see a government passing here now, president, you see how many everybody coming. Me and you cannot work in that place again. Is that how the country will go? Like they say arms is coming to Nigeria. We know.
Yeah.
It's coming 247 because these are the arms they are buying for the bandit. Who is opening the border for them? The border that they lie to Nigeria, that the border has been closed. You guys know they want to kill the Westerner with hungry, and the North are bringing gun into their place to use it to fight because they know what is ahead of them. But I want to tell them, even though we, for the Biafra, we don't demand, we don't wait for their arm to come. We produce what we have in our place because we have every resources. Not we will go and purchase arm for another country to come and use it to fight. It's not possible. You understand? So leave all those ones like Aisha. Why he criticize the husband? No concern me. If you like, let her criticize. Now one more to carry all of them because they see what is happening in Nigeria. They don't want to talk. Problem in Nigeria now is getting out of hand. Now PDP is talking because they know that the thing 2023 is coming closer and they want to talk to gain what? Attention of people more again. You understand? But that one is just, I call it past tense. The time that they will have said something, they refuse to say. Who are the not that tell that they reject zoning or they back restructure? Since they have cried for restructure, it should be the reject. But now they want to sit down in seat of power again. You understand? They have no power, they have nothing, they are not contributing anything to this country. That is why you get one research I see today. Do you know that in Zambia they are selling Dangote cement 1.5, but when it comes to Nigeria they sell it 3.5. And now government have given license to only Dangote to produce cement in this country. Is that how we want to continue? And they say they like the masses. We stupid like. They don't like us because if they like us, they will not use something that will frustrate us. What we are after, let them divide the nation. We don't want restructure. We don't want if you don't zone, we are not after it. Let the Nigeria be divided. If they know how to divide, let them put fire. You understand? Put fire everywhere. Everybody will remain. May God build Noah Ark. You understand? Yes. These are then alive. They suffer. They suffer since morning. Now life. You see like you know that you sleep. NEPA will take light. Only what Nigeria NEPA know to do best is how to take light.
I learned for like 5 days now. I've not been light.
Okay. They take light overnight. 1 o'clock when people they sleep. Heat wants to me like this. I almost die because of heat. They take the light. 3 days you could not see the light. 4 days you don't see them. And when those are the people that are increasing NEPA bill every day, every morning. They'll be increasing the NEPA bill. Nothing to write home about. NEPA bill now is more than house rent a month in Nigeria. A month, how much is house rent? But NEPA bill now, if you are paying NEPA bill a month and year, it's more than house rent. Is that how the country will continue? And the president run to London. Even though not everything happen in Nigeria is no concern now. But one day, the thing will catch all of them. Like that man saying that, the one man that said that nobody, no, he's not verified. The other man that said nobody have capacity. Nobody had capacity to stop Buhari or Tinubu, to scatter Tinubu ambition. Which ambition did he have to become a president? To scatter Nigeria as Buhari has scattered it again. To make us go back to square one. As we, Buhari, have returned us to the country we have been managing for how many years? He just come. He devalue everything. Everything, economy is scattered. Everything, life is scattered. Even infrastructure is scattered. Nothing to write home about security, no problem. You understand? So is that what they are planning to come and do to us again so that we're hungry?
And many have seen Tinubu as a desire that will come.
It's not possible. That one is coming to turn Nigeria to Agboro country because this one was. Look at what they are crying yesterday. Do you hear news yesterday that this morning that the Marua rider are protesting and crying that the way Agboro and Alasma are doing to them on the road, they cannot take anything home. And that is what Tinubu brings to the state. And that is what is making the state to be like if you walk from now to you go see all of them wearing uniform on the road. Just to see that they don't have their own marua, but they can chop for another man home. Let them go and hustle, right? So they will know how deep for body. Not just tell them. So Nigeria will know, even though they want Nigeria, don't tie everybody. You understand? Agitation where we want, may they divide the country. Now the politicians are then they cry for restructuring. The people, we now divide we not. We need Biafra, we need Oduduwa. God bless Biafra and Oduduwa. God no fit bless Nigeria because God said don't tire. I no fit pray for them.
All right. Thank you so much for your
welcome.
Chigozie, good morning to you. How are you doing? I'm doing great. It's a pleasure to be here. Good morning. Morning. You're welcome once again. All right. Nobody has that network to scuttle Tinubu and vision. Even though sometime 2 weeks ago, so had his birthday in the northern region. The weekend was organized in honor of him, which diverse dignitaries graced that occasion. When you look around Lagos State, you see these banners everywhere, you see billboards, telling us, creating that awareness that Tinubu is coming out for 2023. This young man, Comrade Adewale, has said it here that nobody has that network to scuttle Tinubu's presidential application. Your take on it?
Well, everybody has a run, but what matters is how long will that run be sustained. Yes, his dynasty is almost taking to an end. So it's a distraction to discuss a man who has no conscience and who had never meant well for the people. You can see he is one of the staunch forces within this administration. So if you want to see how the dispensation of Tinubu will be, you just borrow a leaf from the ongoing dispensation. So he's a key player in this dispensation, and he have not done anything that should, gain people's sympathy or wins people's confidence. Of course, I know he has embezzled much what is meant for the people, and have enriched himself and generations, 100 generations to come. But that does not suggest he can control the will of the people. People knew him from the onset, so they knew his antecedents. They knew his pedigree. They knew when he was nobody, and eventually overnight he became a billionaire without having any structure, any investment anywhere that can absorb, people, that can employ people. He only based on siphoning the state funds. You see, positioning his own allies across the boards, and making them rich and at the expense of the people. Look at what Sunday just said. The Marwas has become a victim of circumstances. You can imagine a Marwa driver will rise up to fend for his family. The old money he made for the day will end up in Aburos, in the hands of the touts, which are, of course, remitting it to Tinubu's coffer. So is that how is it a man I should even talk about? It's quite an irony. He could only have such opportunity, he could even dream of such only within the contraction called Nigeria, where there is a state of anarchy, where there is no rule of law and respect, where people, our political elites lack conscience. And of course, it's not a surprise. You can see what the mess Nigeria is now. They will never get out of that mess. You can see down there the southeastern bishops are now canvassing, rolling around, telling the government or the governors to support IPOB. Because I respect these gentlemen, these bishops, because I believe that they must have taken time to brief the president and the governors on the situational reports, the state of the nation, and they keep on turning deaf ears. I can see the ovation now has become very high. So they have seen that Nigeria is not prepared to chart the way to have a peace broker with other regions, especially the north. They are not prepared. You see, they are just making noise about that. You see, paying lip service to the unity of Nigeria, the negotiation of this, our continuity as a people. So it has gone beyond negotiation. what people are now calling, even the bishops, they understood now the only way forward is to move on with their own people. There is no messing words, there is no, ambiguity about that. That this country has come to an extinction. And if you have listened to, I don't know if you had the opportunity to listen to, of course, the Ambazonian leader, in person of Dr. Cho. I listened to him. He had a media chat with Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When you listen to these two leaders, you understand what it entails to be a leader. You see, leadership, the essence of leadership, of course, is to understand the process of leadership. The essence of leadership, yes, is to understand the reality, to define the reality. The reality is simply what is happening and how do you go about that. Don't live in denial. You have to define the reality, the state of the nation, and you're still living in denial that all is well when you know that all is not well and things are not working. By defining reality, you come to sensitize and sympathize with the people. For everybody you meet is fighting a hard battle. And you refuse to understand that people are fighting hard battle. Fighting the battle of leadership, fighting the battle of hardship, fighting the battle of decayed infrastructure. Even in our health system, you could no longer access affordable health. You see, no wonder the useless president has to be flown outside the country. What does it take to fix? Most of the medical personnel over there are Nigerians who specialize, who are expertise. They are Nigerians absorbed in UK. Probably Nigerians will attend to him over there. What does it take to make an enabling environment for our medical health system institution to strive, so that we can attract tourism, medical tourism, which of course will, after all, add to our national grid, GDP, generate employment for the people, rather than our medical practitioners leaving the shore of this country for another country. And when you get there, you, of course, you will be attended to. They are best at what they do.
They excel there.
Because they excel. Yeah, we kill destiny. We kill our talents. We don't encourage or support talent. You see?
Now, the Chigozie, before you go further, let's move to restructuring. It seems modern elders and youth, some of them are now coming back to their senses in terms of restructuring. I think they are not backing it. Now, is restructuring necessary for the survival of Nigeria as an entity?
Thank you very much. Yes, restructuring is good for them. When they go back to their own country, to the Arewa nation or what, they can discuss the issue of restructuring there. They can continue with such issues, if need be, if they consider it necessary. Okay. But for us, the Biafrans, we are already gone. You see, you said that it seems there had been a battle. There is war is on. The war that broke out since 1967 has remained unabated, only taking different dimensions and faces. You can see how hungry the people are. Even your take home, whatever you earn, could not even sustain, I bet you. Let alone as a single man, Mr. Mike, you can't imagine what people with family are facing.
I understand.
It's very unfortunate in the state of the nation. You see, let them. The issue of this destruction, the only opportunity Nigeria had, or the government of this country had, to have revamped the system, to have saved or salvaged the country from disintegration, was 2014.
That's the confab, right?
Yeah, the confab. But they failed to absorb that. And once they fail, it means that Nigeria have expired. Of course, you can understand the synergy between the Ambazonia and the Biafrans. We have just started, of course, a formidable relationship. which of course will protect the interests, economic and political wise, of the region. So that's why, of course, these people are calling for restructuring, because they knew already that, of course, there is no going back to this emancipation of the sovereignty of the Nigeria, of Biafran nation. It's unfortunate. I pray that the Oduduwa should wake up. They are still sleeping. Probably they are expecting that whatever happens, they may have an opportunity to produce another president. That's why they are not decisive. You can understand the useless the useless Afenifere. They are as useless as Ohanese.
I think they
Yes,
are supporting the ambition of
yeah, they are supporting the ambition of Tinubu, Asiwaju Tinubu, to understand that your people are not decisive, and it's high time they define their position. And if they, of course, they desire to remain a slave under the leadership of a Fulani man, well, they can continue with their Nigeria.
It's just like your Ohanese.
I told them that they are as useless as Ohanese. Ohanese are as useless as Afenifere. So these they are politicized. These are partisan people who are seeking for an opportunity to grab from the center. They never meant the interest of the people. You can understand the governors and the traditional leaders that takes home on monthly basis stipends from the government. We never support true freedom. They will never support true federalism. Their hands are tied by their virtue of the engagement they found themselves. The money they receive from, how do you expect an Oba and Eze will support secession, disintegration, because they have been eating from the government coffer at the expense of their own people. So you can never expect them to support the freedom fights, because they have decided to remain a perpetual slave in serving at the expense of the liberation of the people. I salute Mazim Nandikano. I salute Dr. Cho of Ambazonia. These people remains my mentor. I'm glad to have listened to them. And of course, I'm better informed.
All right, thank you so
much.
Have a great day. Thank you so much, Mr. Chigute. Before we call the next person, let's quickly move to the live chats. Okay, we have Augustine Chukudi saying, "Hi, Dixon Ifine. Good morning." Mike David, "Hi, Mike. Can you forward me your phone number, please?" Eric Info, "Good morning, Mr. Mike. Sunday." Eric Info, we move. Augustine, we move. Sunday. Different messages here. Let's move down to Messiah Shaw. My brother, someone should kill Dangote. I tell you, Nigeria economy will still.
I don't say so.
Yes, that's the point.
If they could give him monopoly, only him, monopoly to sell cement. That is why cement is on the high side. But if they could just give any other person the merchandise, you will find out that the price will come down.
All right, let's move
He's
on
the
to
one
another
killing
one.
Nigeria economy.
Okay, Omar Kasi, just look at how Tinubu wrecked Lagos. If that man near presidency, Nigeria will be sold to the highest bidder. Marcel Ernest, British should leave us alone. Let us divide the country. Eric Info, Nigeria's structure has never worked since I was born and can never work. All right, quickly to you guys, do justice to what some of these viewers have said on today's edition of this. Can you come to the line? All right. What's your name, sir?
Michael.
Mike, my namesake. How are you doing?
Fine.
All right. As you can see, Nigeria is fast drifting into failed state, and presently, many people are calling for restructuring. Do you see it coming through?
Well, since 1914 to 2014, based on my own opinion, the country called Nigeria is already expired. That headline that North backs restructuring and rejects zoning is not a reliable headline. That is just a kind of talk that talk to calm down people's mind. Restructuring will not work in Nigeria. Zoning will not work because North believe that as soon as power leaves them, they will go to zero level. So all these our southerners come up now, begin to campaign, I want to be president. They're wasting their time and resources. It won't work. So this headline is unreliable headline. It won't work. Then In Nigeria, what we are looking forward to see in this country right now, let this country split. If this country split, it's gonna be a welcome development. Forget about some people who come out and tell you that don't worry, everything is gonna good. We will do this. We will do. All those things is political talk. It won't work. Nigeria in the next 1 million years will still remain like this. Nothing will work in this country. So we talk about restructuring in the past. We talk about what we call true federalism. They are still unlistenable. They don't want to listen to it. But now when they see the body language of the country, they say restructure. Why are they kick against the zoning and talk about restructuring? The two things, they kick against the two. Will not accept restructuring. They will not accept power. They want to remain there. What I'm saying is that let the so-called world power, US, Israel, and all of them, because they are watching us, they see all these things, but they don't help us. Let them come in and come to one table and say, okay, from now henceforth, this one go, because it's not possible for you to gather different animals, dog, goats, and cow, and join together. It's not going to work. So all these things we are still talking and waste our time, every time wasting our time, it's not going to work. The only way, because since they reject restructuring, right now, we won't even talk about restructuring. Restructuring is supposed to be something of, let me say, 15, 20 years ago. As a country, Nigeria got independent in 1960. We still talk about restructuring today. Look at Ghana. Look at here. Then our politicians say it's small thing. All their children are schooling abroad. All their investment in abroad, because they believe that this country is not good. They believe that one day everything is going to scatter. So that's why they keep their families there. So that immediately anything come up, they will just run down there. So the only solution now, not need to talk too much. Just let them just go what we call referendum. Let them go and start now. Make plan to split. It will, I swear, it will help the country well. That time, this North will wake up. North will wake up. The Westerners, the Easterners, everybody will come up, say they want to do something so that they will put food on their table. But when we sit down and talk, say don't worry, next president will change, this will change, because I know that this government we are focusing now is completely disastrous. The government of nowadays is nothing. This one, we don't even call it government. This is completely military repressive. We call it dictatorship. So this government, let's just count it out. This one is not government. This one is just, I want to rule my own turn. I want to chop. I want to wear this thing there like this there. That is what it means. This one has nothing to offer. This one, even in the next, you give him in the next 100,000 years, nothing will change. Look at the people dying on the street like fowl. Then they keep quiet. Nobody says anything. People die. You see how we wake up in the morning, see headlines, say, 20, 100 people died. This died. So the thing the whole world don't mark Nigeria as a country where negative things is still moving every day. So the only solution right now is to wake up. Let the Easterners support the Biafra agitation. Both the South, let the Yorubas come up and let Tinubu forget about the presidential ambition and focus. Let them file now, say they want their own independence state. Let them wake up now. Forget about, because at the end of the day, North will reject him and North will deal with him. Mark it or leave it. By the time they know that this man is pulling blood now, before you know, North they will get him, arrest him. They will deal with him. So all this thing is doing is just wasting his time and resources. Telling most of the people that they most of in relation to call Tinubu and say Tinubu should stay away from presidency in Nigeria, because it's the one that contributed all this mess we are now. So let him go and relax and fight for Yoruba Republic and free themselves, free their people to so-called Funali and Hausa rule. That is it.
Thank you so much for your contribution, Michael. Yeah, Mr. Matthew. Morning, Matthew. How are you doing? Yeah. It's Saturday. Edition of Bystanders. We are here to do justice to what we have on the front pages of The Nation and the Saturday Vanguard. Now, talking about The Nation, we have a story concerning fire. I won't pay ransom even if my son is kidnapped. Some people see this as a mere talk. Fire has come out again. Now, how do you see it? There is a governor that the state is prone to attack, not only Kaduna State, that is no state. We have Katsina, I think that was the time when the president visited his hometown. Many students were kidnapped and were affected by Niger states, Borno states, happening everywhere. Now, saying that he will not pay ransom, even if his own son is kidnapped, do you see it as a sensible thought?
I think it's funny.
Can he stand by his word?
It's funny.
You know what kidnapping is all about?
He's playing to the gallery. You know why I say he's playing to the gallery?
All right.
If you want to convince Nigerians that you mean what he's saying, you know the right thing to do. And the right thing to do is what I want to tell you now.
Okay.
I could remember when Lee Shaibu was kidnapped by Boko Haram. A priest in United States of America volunteered that he will be replaced with Lee Shaibu if Boko Haram will accept the negotiation. It turned out that Boko Haram refused to accept that offer. What am I trying to say? If Arafat wants us to believe that he is not interested in negotiating, even to the point where even if his son is being kidnapped, let him, if he equally believes that the life of those students are equal to his own life, he should volunteer himself to be used to replace one of those students. Alternatively, let him volunteer one of his child to be used to replace one of those students. By so doing, we believe that he meant what he's saying. Ordinarily, I say that playing to the gallery. Because his approach to addressing this issue of insecurity in Kaduna specifically, on one hand, logically he's correct. Because he's saying that if you continue paying ransom,
yeah.
it will encourage kidnapping.
Yeah.
But if you refuse to pay ransom, if the bandits kidnap students and nobody is paying ransom, that it will discourage kidnapping.
It will discourage nobody.
It looks logically correct.
Yeah. Okay.
But do you not sacrifice those students on the altar of not paying ransom? I don't think it's a wise decision. I don't think there's any sane government on this planet Earth that will toe that line. For me, what is necessary to do in this circumstance is you already have these innocent students in captivity. No government, even the American government, Israeli government, Russia, name it, they negotiate with criminals, with bandits, depending on who is in captivity. You don't stay put and say you maintain your position, you are not negotiating a situation where you have innocent students in captivity. The right thing to do is to negotiate their release. After their release, you now go about your kinetic approach. Nobody is saying, like Kaduna, like the Arafat is saying, have been consistently said, that those bandits have lost right to life, that they need to be wiped out. There's no argument about that. But you cannot be saying that in the light of innocent students in captivity. You get them out of that captivity before you start that kinetic approach. Okay, now, if those bandits decide to kill those students, who is at loss? Yeah. The parents and the society. And what is the crime of those students? Just because they enroll in a government boarding school. So by our standard, the government have no excuse. Whether Kaduna State government, whether federal government, they should synergize. Whether they are paying ransom is not an issue. There's nothing out of place. It is not wrong to pay ransom to get innocent students released. So for me, they should pay ransom and get those students out of captivity.
Right. Okay, what's your take on the northern youths? Some of them, not all, some northern youths, elders supporting restructuring. This is what we've been saying since 2014 till now. Up to now, the president has said nothing. This president administration was even listening to us. Now that the northern citizens are back for supporting restructuring, what should we expect?
Thank you very much, Mr. Mike.
Did they back it? Did they give the backing or did they give the support because of the
let me look at it from this angle. You see, I've been saying it severally, that there's nothing sacrosanct about Nigeria. Saying Nigeria as a sovereign state is not negotiable is unacceptable. And if there's any area that this government have reneged on their promise, I think it is in the area of restructuring. Because as a government, they have it in their manifesto. As a president, they have severally advocated it.
Only recently, APC as a party considered a committee to look into the issue of restructuring. It was headed by RFI. At the end of the day, their findings or their recommendations were that there should be restructuring. There should be devolution of power. You know, when they talk about restructuring, it means many things to different people. But the bottom line is that the status quo is not working. It needs to be changed. It needs to be jettisoned. You see, if you continue doing the same thing over and over, you continue getting the same result. There is no way you can be doing the same thing over and over and get a different result. We have said it here severally that issues like power generation, when it comes to value chain of power generation, you have generation, transmission, distribution. Federal government cannot be single-handedly sitting on this value chain of power generation. It is stampeding development. Look at the another area, insecurity. I mean security, I mean to say. It is evident, it has been proven that there is need for concurrent jurisdiction on things like security, on things like power generation, and some other areas like petroleum, and some other areas, so that the state and federal government can have concurrent jurisdiction on those things. Leaving them on the exclusive legislative list is stampeding development. A situation where the commissioner of police in Lagos, for instance, is not answerable to the governor of Lagos State. The DSS, the director of DSS in Lagos State is not answerable to the governor of Lagos State. And you call the governor the chief security officer of the state. No wonder Wike said he is the chief logistic officer, not the chief security officer. What am I trying to say? Jonathan Jank was quoted to have said that even as a governor, as a commander, as a chief security officer of the state, that he do not command the flag. And we can see crime happening on daily basis, unabated. You are people out of frustration from Amatekun, from different security architecture at the state level, and the state federal government through the police say they are not qualified to bear arms. And it stands like that. And you tell me that citizens, what you are seeing, like you now see ESN, you have, I think you can now see what is happening in Benue.
Yeah.
You see, people are reacting out of frustration. Look at the military claiming that about 10 soldiers were killed in Benue. If that is true, I condemn it in totality. But look at the response of Nigerian military. Though they are denying that the arson is not from them, that they didn't kill innocent citizens, but if from all the denial and from the record on ground, it shows that they have carried hostility, violence against the people. Because they have accepted burning and destroying some houses, claiming that bandits were shooting them from those houses. What am I trying to say? It's only in Nigeria that the military live above the law. The rule of law is prostrating before the military in Nigeria. And these things cannot be addressed until you decentralize the security architecture. Until you make the man who is sitting in Lagos at the helm of security answerable to Lagos State governor. Look at the problem we face with the SAS saga. Because their command and control is from Abuja. Ordinary police, a superintendent of police, for instance, who is heading a tactical unit like SAS that is now disbanded, he will not be even answerable to a governor of a state, executive governor of a state. And they will do things arbitrarily. They will do things not minding whether somebody is sitting as the political head of that state. So what am I trying to say? I'm saying in essence that the need for restructuring, if restructuring is the only solution, is the only panacea to Nigerian problem. Right. Different people have their meaning, different meaning when it comes to restructuring. But the bottom line is that the status quo is not working. They need to be jettisoned for a better one. Thank you for that.
That's what I draft man. How you doing?
The country is okay here.
Saturday edition of Bystanders television. I said Nigeria currently failing. But many personalities. This morning, yesterday, I listened to this one. And it was by some which one would you go for? The structuring or now?
I go for disintegration, Michael, because they should have, by the restructuring idea of restructuring Nigeria since 6-7 years ago. When during Jonathan regime they had a conference, just like constitutional, national, what they call it, conference. So when after they finish, their meeting or conference, they should have known that. They all know, even Jonathan knew it, that it's nothing but restructuring Nigeria so that there will be peace. So since 2014, you can see everything has been degenerating towards, from security to development. Development, which of course is social amenities, infrastructural development, everything's right from power. You understand, power sector, that is NEPA, national electricity, rural, water, electrification of rurality, urban, what they call it, water, good healthcare system. Let me tell you, across all facets of life in Nigeria, nothing is working. From 2014, Jonathan was busy doing another thing. Buhari has come now. He has taught Jonathan what he should have done far back, how many years ago, for Nigerians. So that's why the man came. Just like he came, he said, it is our turn. Let me just rule my code and pay my people, settle them. And live. So Michael, this is why I'm backing disunity, disintegration, division, secession. Is that, let me tell you, if the North lure us into restructuring Nigeria, let me tell you, they have hidden agenda. Because they would like to cling on to power.
That's why I said, on what basis?
On what basis? Thank you. To restructure Nigeria, then you will be the president. What about the rotational presidency? Because if you restructure Nigeria, it's just like the same thing as confederation.
Yeah.
The whole region is now autonomous. Nobody is so much dependent on the centrality again, on the federal government. So we don't know from the angle they want this country restructured. That's what they are singing now in the North. Do you know early last year when this issue of restructuring was ticking up, are they supporting it? Was Elfa supporting it? The federal, are they supporting it? The so-called Metawale, what's the name of that Zamfara state government? Thank you. The person that sang this tune now, today, in the North, that let us restructure. It is strange to me. It looks strange. Outside Fulani asking Nigeria to restructure. No, Michael, no. Before we finish that process, they would have siphoned like 10 trillion naira to develop their region. No, it has come all of a sudden. We don't answer such call. It is late. It is too late for Nigeria to restructure. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers abroad, it is too late for Nigeria to restructure. If you are looking forward to restructure Nigeria, you are getting it wrong. It is time for everybody to go their separate ways. Let us stop petting what is smelling as if it is deodorant, as if it is aromatic. What is smellish is smellish. There's no how much the quantity of perfume you spray on human facies or excreta, it will smell like a passion or kiss. No. What is smelling. Nigeria has gotten to the stage of division. Let me tell you, from 2019, my brother there, use your calculator. If I mention the number of people that died in the southern Nigeria, just 2019 alone, my brother, you will be surprised. 2020, Nigerians died. 2021, they are dying. I'm telling you, this morning, if you look at the front page of papers in Nigeria, new dailies in Nigeria, you will find out that many had gone yesterday night. Many had gone. My brothers, my viewers in abroad, my own stand, Raphael, which is my name, I want everybody, every region in Nigeria to go their separate ways. Southeasterners were agitating for Biafra, you know that one. Biafra agitation is not 2 years or 3 years as we are thinking there. We started this agitation immediately after the war in 1970. We agitated. Now, these two guys came up, Nande Kano and Wazulike. The agitation has come of age now. We are pregnant. Southeastern Nigeria, we are pregnant, and we are asking you to deliver us of our child. The agitation is matured enough. We want Biafra to go their separate way. Our brothers in the southwestern part of this country, the Yorubas, they are agitating for Duduwa. Don't mind any Yoruba man that is looking at you. At the back of his mind, where he's standing for is Oduduwa Republic. I don't see it that way you are seeing it. I know you are thinking the way I'm thinking right now, but you are trying to be diplomatic or somehow subtle. I am not a snake. Call spade a spade, I call spade a spade. Nnamdi Kanu and the Bazonia leader, let me just hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
Bazonia leader Dr. Show, they had media chats yesterday. They talked a lot, the whole world were watching. Nnamdi Kanu and the Bazonia media, they have joined forces together. For your information, you there watching us in diaspora. Bazonia and Biafra has merged. They have merged together. They are coming together to be one nation. United Nation, you are there being docile and complacent, looking at us as if you are Mike. Look at the way Mike folded his hand looking. Let me tell you, you are looking at us folding your hand, United Nation. Listen, come and do something now. Oh, okay, it is until when you ask about, what about that Mike, the guy that anchors Flip TV, Bystander News, they will tell you, Mike is dead. Raphael is not. No, we are not dead. I'm just giving an answer. The cameraman is gone. You say, oh my God, what happened? Is that the time you should come here and give us what we need? Antonio Guterres, you are the United Nations Secretary General, the former Portuguese Prime Minister. You were a good man. That's why they gave you that position. I believe in that situation. That's, you know, the position given to you is because of your good performances, good governance in Portugal. There. That's why you ascended to that throne. That position is not easy. It is the highest paid civil servant. Google it. United Nations Secretary General was paid $56,000 in 1980s when I was in primary school. Now, I don't know your current payment. That is the highest paid civil servant service in the world. Come and give us our nation, Biafra. Come and give Oduduwa their own republic. Yoruba man, they are settled here. They have everything here. They have international water. They have oil. Everything is here. Look at our Papa work. Our wharf is working 24 hours, generating a lot of income. We don't need restructure. So that waterways, everything. They have bitumen in Ondo. What are you saying? There's 8 timber here in Lagos State. International airport, everything are here. Look at what you are doing. Yoruba is okay. Come and give them what they need. It's not until they kill Baba Adeboye, kill everybody. They are not happy with him. These are the big brains we have in the Southwest. Come and set us free, United Nations. America, you are relaxing now. I know. You are waiting for us to die finish. Europe is doing that. Look at, they accepted a man that does not treat his children well at his home. They accepted him to be hospitalized in London. Why not sending him back? Britain, you should have done the needful. Gentlemen, go back and settle your people. Go back and put your medical facilities in order. We don't need you as a tourist here. You are on a medical tourist, fine. Go back. There is Lagos, there is Kano. Nigerian medical personnel are best all over the world. My uncle, Dr. Aaron Ife-Kuribe, the best surgical doctor in 1970s. He lived in Bel Air. Bel Air is one of the costliest places in California. Go and Google it. Bel Air. Best surgical doctor. A friend to late Olukoya, Dr. Ransom Kuti. We have many things in Nigeria. There are radiologists, people that can read X-ray. We have it more in Nigeria than any other African countries. I'm telling you, Nigeria get personnel. We are qualified on everything. Send Buhari back. Send him back home to come and treat and keep everything, you know, right here. Do not allow him to be lying dormant on that bed.
Info is greeting you. My father born you, Raphael. That's what he said at info. And I have another person here, John. Michael, I really enjoy watching you and Raphael all the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, dear. We appreciate you.
We have another person, Ayomide Amuse, Yoruba Nation now, no going back.
Yes.
And other viewers commenting at the comment section. Quickly to Okokundem.
Thank you all.
Okokundem, good morning to you.
Yeah,
Looking
Michael,
great.
Michael.
Okokundem.
I'm the one. I'm the one. You see, I'm looking great.
Honestly.
Because Biafra are marching forward.
Okay.
Biafra is marching forward.
Okokundem.
Yeah. Oh, hello. I am Mr. Okpara, the new Okokundem in this second Biafra Republic, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Here with me is Michael Adekunle, the man, the best presenter in Africa. Michael.
Let's move to this business.
Yeah.
Restructuring is what we are talking about, and at this junction, Nigeria has found itself. It seems, or herself. Let me use that word, herself. It seems what Nigeria needs tonight, or what Nigerians need to get them together, is restructuring. Why we have some people saying no to restructuring? We want disintegration or secession. Yeah.
You know, Mike,
Okay.
my fellow brethren who have spoken before me, I think they spoke well. They have spoken all. But let me do what I'm doing as addition.
Okay.
Now, why should not come now to be asking for restructuring? Press it on South for restructuring. Why should they come up by now? Why should Fulani, Mienti Anla come now to do what? To restructure Nigeria. Because they know that Nigeria has fallen out of their hand. They are no more gripping Nigeria. Nigeria is falling out of their hand, falling into the hand of the owners. Who are the owners? The owners are Southerners. Southern protectorate, you are the main Nigeria, starting from Calabar. Calabar was the headquarters of Southern protectorate. Well, British living in Ireland here, going work at Calabar, their headquarters, because the crash between Akintola and Kosoko, the father of the Somu, was there, so that the Somu wasn't able to hold on government Lagos protectorate as the king after the death of his father because of Kosoko threatening. So the Somu had to sold Lagos completely to British. Then British was to live in Lagos, then going work at Calabar, the headquarters of Southern Protectorate. That's the first Nigeria. Then North was brought in as a Nigeria in 1914 amalgamation. And remember, Ahmadu Bello, the late Ahmadu Bello, the Sardauna of Sokoto, Nigeria got independence in 1960. Remember, during the time of independence, in 1966, we got independent in 1967 before Ghana. But when the struggling of independence was going on, Ahmadu Bello and his followers came up and said that the North are not ready for independence. When British government called the South, take yourself independent, you are able to rule yourself now. But North are not able to rule themselves. Zik said no, he believed in one Nigeria. Awolowo will call Zik, let us take our own independent, self-independent, and build ourselves up. As Northern Rhodesia and Southern Rhodesia did, which was Zimbabwe and Zambia. Zik said no, he wants one Nigeria. Then he went to North to tell Ahmadu Bello to join. Ahmadu Bello told Zik and the Southerners that they are not ready for independence. They are not ready for independence until 50 years when they are matured for independence. Zik was persuaded. He said no. If people want to independence, go and take independence. They are not ready for independence. They are not ready for Nigeria. Zik was able to enter wrong agreements, bad agreements, sold the whole South, mostly the Easterners, to Ahmadu Bello. That's why they came in to ask to click on independence. They did not fight for it. Then immediately after the independence, we got independent in 1960. October 1960, we got independent. In October 12, the same 1960, Ahmadu Bello said that this enterprise called Nigeria, supposed to be his grandfather housing estate, which means Nigeria supposed to be the property of Fulani. Now, why should they come now? Mike, please, let me put people in truth. Why should they come now and asking for independence, asking for restructuring? So they want Nigeria to remain in their hand forever. There's a hidden agenda for a Fulani man, not allowed to come now, and they're asking for restructuring. What restructuring was tabled in Aburi Accord. Meanwhile, it was when Irosi took over the power after the fall of the revolution. Northern people shout, Araba, 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 Bamuso, Bamuso, Araba, we don't want, let us go. They are the first to shout that just should divide. Irosi, Madebo, and Ojuku went and begged them. They come back and they counter coup and take over. Ahmadu Bello said, Nigeria is father's housing estate. Ojuku, they went to Aburi, they agreed for restructuring, confederation. They came here, they spoiled it. Jonathan, 2014, Jonathan made the national cab. They agree, put everything down. APC promised us, immediately they will enter, they will put everything in the ground. They campaigned it against Jonathan. Jonathan told them, in second term, he want everybody to carry it around. They should reveal it. APC, so there's no need of revision. That they will do what? They will do restructuring. When the APC enter, they do everything babash. They spoil everything, destroy everything. Now, not a man coming now to tell me restructuring. What my partner have said, Yoruba have developed. Yoruba have made much in Nigeria. Not have developed, not have made much in Nigeria. To the extent they take our oil money, build rail to Niger. If not, don't have a lot. If not, don't have a lot. They have not benefited a lot from Nigeria. Why should they build rail to Niger? Now, Chad have come and tell the same present government build rail from Sokoto, from Medugri to Gemina. They agree that they will start it. Now, the best oil refinery in Kaduna, the best airport, Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport, the best Air Force base, Katsina, everything, everything. Go to Abuja. If they tell you Abuja is part of it, you never believe it. Oil money. Then this oil, this South we are the loser, and we are the golden fowl. We are the bird. The golden egg. They exploit us. They maltreat us. Now Biafra have get ahead. Now we are ready to go. Now Biafra have stand. Now people have seen Biafra. They are trying to go restructuring. So only Oduduwa we agree with restructuring, but the Biafra never agree restructuring. We are moving out. We are moving out. I believe in Biafra. Omo Biafra. Ona rapanona. Onye ndiro brother budu eche denche mgbe niile. Nke a bụ onye nna n'olue Maazị Amino, the new Okoko them. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, never you give up. Continue your struggling. God is with us. Biafra win the war.
Thank you so much.
Biafra win the war. Ojukwu will be in grave and win the war. The one will be alive. Ojukwu will be in grave and win him. We are winning the war.
All right, thank you so much.
Biafra, long live.
All right, we have diverse people, main viewers, and appreciating you at the comment section. And really appreciate you viewers for applauding our efforts here. Thank you so much. And here we say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Join us next time on the same platform. I remain Michael Adekunle behind the camera, Femi Davis and Christian Shuko. You can join us on our social media handles. Flip TV, that's fliptv.ng, Instagram. On my Facebook account, that's Michael Timitayo Adekunle, Michael Michael Timitayo Adekunle. And on Instagram, Adekunle Michael Timitayo. Subscribe to the sister channel, Flip TV Plus, FLIPTV PLUS, Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.